Did you ever wonder which legendary black celebrities managed to live into their 90s and beyond? In this special episode, we're diving into the unforgettable stories of 15 incredible stars who didn't just shape history, they stuck around long enough to witness it evolve. From the musical genius of Quincy Jones and the unforgettable voice of James Earl Jones to the Motown magic created by Gordy. These legends didn't just break barriers, they smashed them wide open. Number 1. Quincy Jones. Quincy Jones is a true icon in the music world with a career that spans decades and achievements that few can match. Born on March 14, 1933, Quincy is now 91 years old and still a living legend. His love for jazz kicked off his musical journey at a young age, and he quickly mastered multiple instruments. While he's best known today as a producer and composer, Quincy first made a name for himself in the 1950s alongside jazz greats like Dizzy Gillespie. However, it was in the 1960s that his career really took off, as he shifted gears to work with pop and R&B stars. Quincy played a huge role in shaping the sound of modern music, and his work with Michael Jackson on albums like Off the Wall, Thriller, and Bad Broke Records, selling hundreds of millions of copies worldwide. In fact, Thriller remains the best-selling album of all time. With a whopping 28 Grammy Awards under his belt, Quincy didn't just make great music. He paved the way for black artists and pushed the industry toward greater diversity and inclusion. 2. James Earl Jones. At 93 years old, James Earl Jones left an unforgettable legacy when he passed away in 2024. His deep, commanding voice, one of the most iconic in entertainment history, has captivated audiences for decades. From the menacing tones of Darth Vader in Star Wars to the warm wisdom of Mufasa in The Lion King, James Earl Jones brought life to characters that have become cultural touchstones. But his journey to stardom wasn't smooth. As a child, Jones faced a debilitating stutter that left him nearly silent, avoiding speech whenever possible. The odds seemed stacked against him. Yet, with the guidance of a dedicated high school teacher, he found the strength to confront his fears, transforming his voice into a powerful instrument that would define his career. His acting breakthrough came on stage, where his portrayal of Othello revealed not just his range, but a depth of emotion that left audiences spellbound. Awards began to pile up, including multiple Tony Awards, as his unmatched ability to inhabit a role became widely recognized. Though many might not recognize his face as easily as his voice, Jones's influence in the industry is immeasurable. Beyond Star Wars, his memorable performances in films like Field of Dreams cemented his status as one of the greats. His ability to convey gravitas, warmth, and authority with just a single line remains unparalleled. James Earl Jones wasn't just an actor. He was a voice of power, a symbol of resilience, and a man who overcame incredible odds to become a legend. 3. Gordy. Gordy, born on November 28, 1929, is 94 years old and a true music legend. As the founder of Motown Records, he didn't just create a label. He revolutionized the music industry, shaping the sound of a generation growing up in Detroit. Gordy was raised in a family that valued hard work. In 1959, with just an $800 loan, he founded Motown Records to bring black music to mainstream audiences. His vision succeeded beyond expectations. Motown became a hit factory, launching the careers of legends like Diana Ross, Stevie Wonder, Marvin Gaye, and the Jackson 5. Under his leadership, the Motown sound, a blend of soul, pop, and rhythm, captivated audiences worldwide, breaking racial barriers and dominating the charts. Gordy didn't just produce music. He united people through it, leaving a lasting legacy in both music and culture. 4. Marla Gibbs. Marla Gibbs is a true icon of American television, known and loved for her unforgettable role as Florence Johnston on The Jeffersons. At 93 years old, her life story is just as vibrant and inspiring as the characters she's portrayed on screen. Born and raised in Chicago during the Depression, Marla didn't come from a background of fame or privilege. Before stepping into the spotlight, she worked as a reservations agent for United Airlines, living an ordinary life with extraordinary dreams. Then, at the age of 44, an age when most would consider it too late to start over, Marla landed her breakthrough role on The Jeffersons. What was meant to be a minor part quickly became a defining role. With her perfect blend of sass, humor, and sharp wit, Marla transformed Florence Johnston into a fan favorite, earning 5 Emmy nominations and cementing her place in television history. But Marla didn't stop there. She went on to star in her own sitcom, 227, where she played Mary Jenkins, a character many saw as an older, wiser version of Florence. The show was a hit, running for 5 successful seasons, and further solidifying her status as a household name. Even in her 90s, Marla remains unstoppable. She continues to grace television screens with guest appearances on popular shows. 5. Leontyne Price. Leontyne Price, born on February 10, 1927, is 97 years old and one of the most celebrated voices in opera history. Her powerful soprano broke barriers in a field that was largely closed to Black artists, paving the way for future generations. Growing up in Mississippi in a musical family, her talent was evident early on. Supported by her parents, she attended the prestigious Juilliard School in New York, where her voice was polished by top vocal coaches. Her breakthrough came in the 1950s with Porgy and Bess, leading to performances in the world's most renowned theaters. In 1961, she made history as one of the first Black stars at the Metropolitan Opera in New York. Her performances in Ida and Madama Butterfly were legendary, with critics praising the emotional depth and beauty of her voice. Even after retiring from opera, Leontyne continued to inspire through recitals and concerts, earning numerous accolades, including Grammy Awards, a Presidential Medal of Freedom, and a Lifetime Achievement Award. Leontyne Price is more than a singer. She's an enduring symbol of excellence and resilience in the arts. 6. Clarence Avant. The name Clarence Avant might not ring a bell for everyone, but his fingerprints are all over the music, film, and political landscapes. Born on February 25, 1931, he earned the title the Godfather of Black music, not for singing or acting, but for empowering countless stars to shine. From legends like Quincy Jones to Bill Withers, Avant was the unseen force behind their rise to fame, using his connections and wisdom to shape some of the most iconic music of the past century. But Avant's influence went far beyond the recording studio. In the 1970s, he broke barriers by purchasing the first Black-owned radio station in Los Angeles, KJLH-FM. His vision was to give Black artists and culture a powerful voice in a space that often excluded them. For Avant, success wasn't just about making money, it was about creating opportunities and giving back. His commitment to change extended into politics, where he didn't hesitate to lend his support. When Barack Obama needed help during his presidential campaign, Avant stepped up, once again proving his dedication to progress and equality. On August 13, 2023, Clarence Avant passed away at the age of 92, leaving behind a legacy of empowerment and transformation. 7. Harry Belafonte. Harry Belafonte wasn't just a singer, he was a trailblazer and a force for justice. Born on March 1, 1927, Belafonte left an indelible mark not only in music but also in film and the civil rights movement. He rose to fame in the 1950s by introducing calypso music, a vibrant sound from the Caribbean to American audiences. His groundbreaking album Calypso, released in 1956, became the first by a solo artist to sell over 1 million copies. Songs like Deo, the Banana Boat song, became instant classics, and their energy remains just as fresh today as when they first topped the charts. But Belafonte didn't stop at music. He broke barriers in Hollywood with films like Carmen Jones and Island in the Sun, taking on roles that defied stereotypes and showcased the dignity and intelligence of Black characters. He used his platform to challenge the narrow roles traditionally offered to Black actors, paving the way for greater representation in film. Beyond his artistic achievements, Belafonte was a fierce advocate for civil rights. A close friend and ally of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., he tirelessly raised funds for the movement, marched alongside leaders on the front lines, and used his fame to amplify the fight for equality. At the age of 96, Harry Belafonte passed away on April 25, 2023. Cicely Tyson. Cicely Tyson, born on December 19, 1924, was more than just an actress. She was a trailblazer who redefined how Black women were portrayed on screen. Rejecting stereotypical roles, Tyson chose characters that reflected the strength and complexity of Black life, transforming the film and television landscape. Her breakout role as Rebecca in Sounder earned her an Oscar nomination and showcased the resilience and heart of Black women. She continued to shine in Roots and the autobiography of Miss Jane Pittman, bringing authenticity and emotional depth to each performance. In 1974, Tyson became the first Black woman to win a Primetime Emmy Award for her role in the autobiography of Miss Jane Pittman, cementing her legacy as a pioneer. Her career wasn't just about acting. It was about breaking barriers and telling stories with dignity and power. Generations of actresses credit Tyson as an inspiration for her courage and excellence. Living to the age of 96, she passed away on January 28, 2021, leaving behind a legacy of grace, strength, and an enduring impact on the world of entertainment. 9. Sidney Poitier. Sidney Poitier wasn't just an actor. He was a groundbreaking figure who transformed how Black men were portrayed in Hollywood. Before him, Black actors were often limited to shallow, stereotypical roles, but Poitier refused to accept these limitations. His determination led to a historic moment in 1964, when he became the first Black man to win an Academy Award for Best Actor for his role in Lilies of the Field. This achievement shattered barriers and inspired generations of Black actors. Born in Miami, Florida, and raised in the Bahamas, Poitier grew up in a financially struggling family. At 15, he moved to New York City, working as a dishwasher while pursuing his acting dreams. Rejected at his first audition due to his thick Bahamian accent, Poitier dedicated himself to mastering his speech, using American radio as his guide. His acting style, defined by elegance and intensity, stood out in groundbreaking films like The Defiant Ones, which explored racial tension. He continued to defy stereotypes in A Raisin in the Sun and Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, playing complex, dignified characters. In 1967, his role as Virgil Tibbs in The Heat of the Night delivered one of cinema's most iconic moments, a defiant slap exchanged with a white man, a powerful statement against racial discrimination. With every role, Poitier elevated the perception of Black men in film. On January 6, 2022, Sidney Poitier passed away at 94. 10. Katherine Johnson. Katherine Johnson was a trailblazing mathematician whose calculations helped launch astronauts into space, securing her place in American history. Living to 101, her contributions to NASA's missions, including Apollo 11, made her a symbol of perseverance and excellence. Born in West Virginia, Katherine showed exceptional talent for math from a young age. By 10, she was already in high school, a rare feat for a Black girl in the 1920s. Despite the barriers of race and gender, she pursued her education with determination, overcoming challenges that might have stopped others. At NASA, her work was critical to the success of numerous missions. Her precise calculations played a key role in landing humans on the moon. In 2015, her legacy was honored with the Presidential Medal of Freedom, acknowledging her groundbreaking achievements. On February 24, 2020, Katherine Johnson passed away, leaving behind a legacy of courage and brilliance. 11. Belva Davis. Belva Davis, born on October 13, 1932, is a name forever linked to resilience and groundbreaking achievements in journalism. At 92, she remains a symbol of determination, celebrated as the first Black female television reporter on the West Coast, a milestone that redefined the media landscape. Her path to success wasn't easy. Born in Louisiana and raised in poverty, Belva overcame significant challenges through sheer perseverance. Her desire to tell impactful stories drove her to California, where she began her career in media with a focus on amplifying marginalized voices. In the 1960s, Belva made history at KPIX-TV in San Francisco, breaking barriers for Black women in journalism. She didn't just report the news, she highlighted stories that others overlooked, capturing the struggles and triumphs of underserved communities. Her fearless coverage of major events like the Civil Rights Movement, Vietnam War protests, and the rise of the Black Panther Party earned her numerous accolades and the respect of her audience. Belva Davis is more than a journalist. She's a pioneer who used her platform to elevate voices that mattered. 12. Ruby Dee. Ruby Dee's name is carved into history not only for her extraordinary acting, but also for her unwavering dedication to civil rights. Born on October 27, 1922, in Cleveland, Ohio, she came of age during a period of massive social change. Her love for acting began in her teenage years, and after studying at Hunter College, she launched a career that would make her a legend both on stage and screen. By the 1940s, Ruby was making waves in the entertainment industry with her unforgettable performances. But her artistry was only one part of her remarkable legacy. What if Ruby Dee's true impact goes far beyond her roles? Her most iconic performances include A Raisin in the Sun, where she brought the struggles and hopes of Black families to life, and Do the Right Thing, Spike Lee's groundbreaking film that tackled racial tension head-on. Through each role, Ruby illuminated key moments in American history, delivering characters with a rare blend of grace and emotional intensity. Off-screen, her activism was just as powerful. Alongside her husband, Ossie Davis, Ruby became a prominent figure in the civil rights movement. The couple stood side by side with leaders like Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and Malcolm X, speaking at rallies, organizing events, and fighting tirelessly for justice. Together, they embodied Black love, talent, and activism, becoming symbols of unity and resilience far beyond Hollywood. Ruby Dee passed away on June 11, 2014, at the age of 91, but her legacy lives on. Her story reminds us that talent and purpose combined can ignite change, leaving an indelible mark on the world. 13. Diahann Carroll. Diahann Carroll, born on July 17, 1935, was a trailblazer who broke barriers for Black actresses in Hollywood. Raised in Harlem, New York, she discovered her passion for the arts early, especially singing. Her big break came at just 18 when she won Chance of a Lifetime, a talent show that launched her career and opened doors to Broadway. She made history as the first Black woman to star in her own television series, Julia, portraying a professional, independent nurse. This role defied stereotypes and redefined how Black women were seen on screen. Throughout her career, Carroll excelled in film, television, and theater, becoming a symbol of talent and resilience. On October 4, 2019, she passed away, but her groundbreaking legacy continues to inspire future generations. 14. Ernest Gaines. The rural South with its dusty roads and humble shacks was where Ernest Gaines found his voice. Born on January 15, 1933, in Oscar, Louisiana, Gaines grew up on a plantation where his ancestors had once been enslaved. The land and its people became the foundation of his stories, illuminating the overlooked realities of Black life in the South. In 1971, Gaines published his iconic novel, The Autobiography of Miss Jane Pittman. Spanning nearly a century, it told history through the eyes of a fictional Black woman who lived through slavery, segregation, and the civil rights movement. His characters were ordinary people, yet they carried the weight of history with dignity and resilience. Another masterpiece, A Lesson Before Dying, delved into themes of humanity and redemption. Through his straightforward yet powerful storytelling, Gaines preserved the memories and struggles of Black families, earning widespread acclaim for his work. On November 5, 2019, at 92 years old, Ernest Gaines passed away, leaving behind a legacy that continues to shine a light on the resilience and beauty of Black communities. His novels remain a testament to the strength of the human spirit and the power of storytelling. 15. Dick Gregory. Dick Gregory wasn't just a comedian. He was a fearless voice for change. Born on October 12, 1932, in St. Louis, Missouri, Gregory used his sharp wit to make people laugh while confronting them with harsh truths about racism, inequality, and injustice. Breaking into comedy in the 1960s, Gregory challenged societal norms by tackling racial issues head-on. His big break came in 1961 at the Playboy Club in Chicago, where his performance catapulted him into the national spotlight. Suddenly, he was on television, in magazines, and performing for integrated audiences, an extraordinary feat for the time. But Gregory wasn't content with being a performer. He used his fame to fight for social justice. As an outspoken activist, he made comedy a platform for change, blending humor with a call to action. When Gregory passed away in 2017, he left behind a legacy that went far beyond entertainment. He showed the world that laughter could be a powerful force for progress and truth. Thank you for diving into the unforgettable stories of 15 incredible stars who didn't just shape history. If you enjoyed the journey, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Unseen Universe for more captivating documentaries that uncover the stories hidden in the world. Hit the notification bell so you never miss an episode as we explore the mysteries, marvels, and untold stories. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring.